You have done well, my child. You easily vanquished the daughter of the House of El. You left your mark on this city, but there is much yet to be accomplished. It's time to deliver the awakening.
She's trapped inside a mind prison. She is very angry.
Raina's still out there. People are dying. I have to wake up.
You were warned. We have to stop her.
I don't like our odds without Supergirl by our side.
We have a literal legion of superheroes.
I think we've got her attention.
Why isn't she waking up?
The only thing keeping you here is you.
I'm not afraid.
When will she wake up?
Supergirl returns with an all-new episode Monday, January 15th on the CW.
Hey guys, Ben here, and welcome back to another video on Supergirl Season 3, Episode 10, and today we're going to be doing a preview. So there were some new scenes that were released, some new photos, and also some new information. So we're going to be going over all of this information before tonight's episode, because Supergirl returns tonight, if you didn't know that. But if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new so you don't miss any Supergirl videos later this year. But before we go into the actual topic for today, if you guys could subscribe to my friend's channel, he's called Thomas. He's going to be making TV shows and film reviews, so please be sure to go over there, and it will be highly appreciated if you guys who support me could support him. But Hyperball.com released an article probably a few hours ago from now, and they had 2 exclusive photos that were released and that weren't in the promotional photos that came out a while back. So there's some new exclusive scenes that we've got our first look at, and also they've released quite a lot of information, to be fair, about this episode, about a few of these scenes. So we're going to be going through all the new information, sifting through that, and talking to you guys about what you need to expect going into this episode. So this is what the article says. When the mid-season premiere picks up, 2 days has passed since Supergirl was brutally beaten by Rain. Kara has been in a coma since her defeat. The Legion has provided one of their healing tubes for her, and the future technology assures that she is improving physically. However, something is keeping Kara locked in her own mind, which takes the shape of her loft, and it's up to her to find out what it is. So this piece of new information is actually really detailed, and I really like it, because it says, so we find out that when we return, it's been 2 days since the mid-season finale and the mid-season premiere, so episode 10, which is airing tonight. It's only going to be 2 days, so obviously there's a time difference there, but they always make up for the dates somehow in a later episode, but we will see how they actually explain that. But it's been confirmed that she's in a coma. We knew she was in some sort of coma, but we weren't sure what actually was going to be happening, because we've only really seen footage and only a synopsis was released, so we didn't really have too much information as to Kara's actual state. But this gives a lot more evidence, and like most of us said and we saw in the trailer, she's in Mon-El's healing tubes on his ship. So without Mon-El and his ship being there, she would have died. So also it says that the future technology assures that she is improving physically, and this might be a way that the show might get around the plot hole of how Supergirl's suit's going to be back to normal, because in episode 9, if you realize her suit was tarnished, and as you can see in the trailer that I probably played before this, we can see that her suit is totally intact. So maybe with her physically improving, it might physically improve the suit. I'm guessing future tech could do that, so it would be a bit weird, but I'll be fine if they actually go with that, because I think it's better to go with that rather than just leaving it as a plot hole. That's just my opinion. What do you guys think of that? But we have to figure out in this episode why Kara has been trapped. She's physically able to get out, and she is fully recovered on the outside, but inside mentally, she is locked inside her own mind, and it's in the shape of her loft. It's up to her to figure out what's going to be happening, and I'll talk a bit about Brainiac 5 now, but he links into that. So Brainiac 5 can be a bit socially awkward, it's revealed, but he's able to exist in the real world while communicating with Kara in her mind. So this gives us a bit of context as to Brainiac's character. So he's a bit socially awkward, and also it's revealed that part of his powers, which probably goes along with his 12th level intellect, is that he's able to connect to Kara and exist in the real world while communicating with Kara in her mind. So that just shows how powerful his mind is. He's able to go into other people's minds, so that's really crazy, and it's without the aid of Saturn Girl or Psy or anyone with telekinesis or Jonn with mental powers. Brainiac 5 is going to be going in there, and he's going to be trying to get her out, but he won't be able to get her out, and Kara will in the end have to figure out herself how to get out of her own mind prison. But Reign continues her mission to cleanse the planet about justice. Her mission now includes not just criminals, but those who aid and abet criminals. She even breaks into Catco in order to force the journalist to film her declaration of intent. So talking about that last statement, I'm kind of against this, and I'm loving everything to do with Reign this season. She's my favorite Supergirl villain by far. But the idea that Reign would need a presence, that people would have to know what she's up to, I feel like that's totally out of the normal, because remember, she's a world killer. All she wants to do is take down and serve her justice. Why would she want the aid of journalists? That just seems weird. I think it's just a way for the TV show, the writers, to incorporate Catco more, because to be fair, Catco hasn't played a big part in this season, and I think ideas like this are actually going to link it in a bit more this season, and I think that's why she's going there. I don't think it's a logical thing to do that. But moving on to more Reign stuff, with Kara down for the count, the DEO tries to take on Reign, and they have a pretty good plan, but they aren't enough, and Alex takes the brunt of failure. They need the Legion to help them out if they want to save innocent lives, but Mon-El is hesitant to get involved. So the end line, Mon-El is hesitant to get involved, screams time travel. Yes, so if you guys watch The Flash, we all know over the past few seasons Barry has been time traveling over and over again, and everyone tells him, Jay Garrick tells him, don't time travel. If you do things in the past, you will screw up the timeline. Legends of Tomorrow is all about that. So I think Mon-El's thinking like that. That's probably why he's hesitant to actually get involved, rather than any other meaning. I think that's definitely what's going on there due to time travel. And the Legion of Superheroes is not actually supposed to alter the events in the past, because it might affect the future, obviously the butterfly effect. So it seems like Mon-El's more in the right mind. And moving on, so talking about the Legion, though Mon-El is hesitant to suit up, Imra eventually convinces him that their calling is to help people. So it seems like Imra doesn't know as much about time travel, considering that she is the one to convince Mon-El to do it, and Mon-El is hesitant, so I'm inferring it's to do with time travel. And it seems like Mon-El maybe is in more of the right mind, and Imra's in the mind of, say, Supergirl, to help people whenever they can, even if it's going to affect something. So it seems like she's in the right mind for a superhero, but it seems like Mon-El is in the right mind to protect the future and the past and the present and everything to do with that. So in the next paragraph, Lena and James, we get to see a first look photo into the episode where Lena and James are actually together inside Catco, and this is definitely after Reign, or maybe prior to when Reign comes in, but it's something to do with Reign, considering that the main part of the episode is going to be about the Legion of Superheroes, but there's going to be a side story in this episode, and this is the last 2 points. So this is what was said. She wants to act like an adult and talk to Kara about it, since the three of them are really close, and Kara and James have had history. So obviously that's referring to Kara and James when they had that brief time where they are actually together at the end of season 1 and the beginning of season 2. So this actually leads on to the last point. Jonn pretends to be Kara in their new photo. I really like this photo, just due to the way that Kara's sitting, and if you didn't know, that is actually Jonn, and I'm sure Melissa Benoist had a blast acting out this scene, considering that they're going to have a full-on conversation about relationships and things, and that is something that Jonn is totally not used to. Obviously he's used to the Mars relationship, so I'm guessing there's going to be quite a lot of comedy in the scene, and I'm very looking forward to it, because Lena's there for a serious reason and Kara's not actually there, and Jonn's just covering for her, and oh my god, I'm just so ready for that scene because he looks so awkward. So this is what was said. While trying to cover for why Kara isn't coming back to work, James tells Lena that Kara is sick. Lena decides to go to see her best friend, so Jonn grudgingly covers for Kara with her best friend slash boss. He will probably, however, never forget the girl talk conversation he has as Kara has with Lena when she brings soup over. So yes, that's really interesting. So I'm just so excited to see Jonn like this, because I really enjoy it when Jonn imitates other people, and Melissa Benoist gets to act as Jonn. I think it's great. And so yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. So if you're excited for tonight's episode, please be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new, so you don't miss any Supergirl videos, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
It doesn't make us strong, it doesn't make us weak. Tongue tied to service like shy free.